Right guys, welcome back. So today back in a new build here because you can probably notice it's a bit darker and duller, and that's because it's been a terrible day, and the reason I'm here is because of the bad weather. We have outside work on, so bit of bad weather. Spent most of the day watching the wee one, so haven't gotten much done out here at all. But I I'm tired, to be honest. I'm pretty tired, guys. Don't know, plastering's, it's hard to jump out here and start doing tracks when you've been plastering all day. But trying to sort of leave it to the weekends, and I did do all that work on the weekend, tracked nearly the whole house in 2 days, and I'm very very tired. But now I have some instructions of exactly where to put the last few things. I don't think, even after this, I think there's still going to be a few more tracks to do for Ethernet cable, possibly. But yeah, so I've just been tired. I feel lazy because I'm tired as well, which makes no sense because I'm just sort of a bit beat. But my plan now is, what I'm thinking is I'm going to mark out, so there's going to be a light switch here. And there's going to be a box up there and stuff too. But my plan here is I'm going to do a few tracks, and sorry, I'm going to mark out the tracks. So I'm just going to line it up, get it laser leveled, do my chalk line, and I'm going to get that sorted. And then if I have a bit more energy, I'm going to find the centres of all the rooms and put some grounds in for the middle ceiling rows. For all the main rooms that are going to have a centre light and spotlights. So I'm going to do that, and I might jump upstairs and possibly start doing it also on the studs there for sockets, and also I might possibly finish off with the joinery work that I want to do here. Again, nothing major, just something so that it's still moving forward. As I just feel like I need to keep doing me bits and pieces. The other thing was, guys, that what I need to do out here as well is I just need to gather stuff up, organize it maybe a wee bit better. I call it cleaning up. It needs a bit of a clean up and a clear out. Like, I have tons of ceiling roses. Fella wanted to see them all. He did say he was going to buy about 12 or something. But again, not sure if he is or not, but I need to get them moved back away. I might, to be honest, because they're all a wee bit dusty and stuff, more dusty than what they were because they've been in here for the tracking, I might dust them all off and do just like a real cheap seal on them all, just get rid of them for now. Again, I'm not sure. Might use one or two of them in this house as well. Some of them styles, I'm not 100% sure, or I might just recreate a whole new thing that way. But yeah, so possibly gonna run about here and just do some woodwork. Do find it. I feel like I near dropped you there. I feel like I'm not very good at woodwork. Much better at plastering. A wee bit rough sometimes, but at least this is, it's going to be covered by my plastering, so it's not too bad. And I think I've done all these noggins and straightened everything out here, which I don't even think I've got that video uploaded yet. So again, there's just lots of clutter on the files and stuff. I need to sort of get that organised and get that uploaded too. I am working on that, so it's more organised again. So I do want to get more organised on the videos of the house too, because I realised I'm a couple of steps behind, and then other things are getting uploaded that were done after, such as the door frames and all. But I don't mind too much again, guys, because I can put it in a big playlist, and if anybody new wants to, they can just binge watch the whole self build. Or if anybody missed it, they can find it pretty easy there. But yeah, just trying to take a bit of an easy one here. A bit of a relaxing one, and like I said, maybe a bit rough the woodwork, but I find it sometimes to be a bit enjoyable. Nothing better than just making a wee bit of a floor up there, and putting a couple of wee bits of timber in and strengthen things. Which I was saying about them noggins, I'm hoping to pick up some more 9x2s I'm probably gonna fly along. That's a serious amount of work, like, but I'm gonna probably just fly along that top and that top. I don't know if you are seeing what I'm saying, but along the tops here, we'll just come in the other room here, the likes of along there, and again, it's really for fire safety. I just want to do it for fire safety reasons because it works as a fire block. I know it's flammable, but it takes, take a good half an hour, 45 minutes for it to burn through that thickness of wood. And they're all the bedrooms and stuff. I've done down the far end. Again, not for the reasons of a fire block, where here everything's all leveled out with packers and stuff already. You can maybe sort of see them. I've leveled, well, I keep saying level. I wouldn't say level, I've straightened out, just a wee bit off. I've straightened that out, pretty straight over 8 foot anyway. But it's more the fact that I want to fireproof it. I really want to, like, if it's only going to cost a wee bit and a wee bit more of my time, I'd rather do that now, because there's other things that are going to take time to do anyway. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just tired, guys, so don't be too hard on me. I will try and show you some of these sort of things that I do afterwards, just so you know what I'm talking about when I say grounds for the light switches and stuff. Hopefully I have energy to do it. Yeah, guys, it's the wee small silly jobs that seem to take up a lot of time. Do have a lot of the, more or less all of the electrical stuff that I need marked out there. I'm not going to cut it tonight. I'm going to cut it tomorrow and then have a bit of a lie-in or something, a bit of a relax. But yeah, it's just sometimes it's the wee small jobs you see slow you down because you get sidetracked, such as that timber. But I am getting on the timber work now anyway, but the likes of that timber there, I just put that in, and if you sort of look at it there, it's tighter to the wall there and then it grows, but to me I'm coming off the frame here, so if you look there, it's a lot more square off the frame, and all that timber does is catch the plasterboard so that it doesn't bounce. That's exactly where I need it. Could have put it in tight as well, but where it is going to be perfect to screw up, and then when I float up to it, it'll be well and truly locked in. And that side's close enough. Once I float up, it should be tight. Good, but yeah, like I say, all my marking's done, and then I'll leave it till tomorrow and come out and get them all cut. I'm going to jump into a wee bit of woodwork here now. 2 wee packers up there. I'm going to just get them chopped off here because they've been driving me a wee bit crazy. Every time I look at them, it's just throwing my eye off. So now when I come in the door, I'm not have to worry. That's all it takes with the multi-tool, guys. There's some rip off this. That's a different blade. The mate gave me that blade, and it's really good for this sort of work. So I might just run around all the frames now and look for them. It's kind of fun. So yeah, that's another wee thing done. Not that that's a major thing, but just I keep on looking at it, and now I don't have to worry about looking at it. Coming in, I can visualize it better. Yeah, fun. You guys on site, most times just knock them out, but these are really tight because they've been foamed in, so I'd rather cut them, not knock them out, and that means there's not much less risk of the frame actually moving or anything. Not moving, not foamed in. Right, guys, so I'm losing light. Just finished off wee bits of floor, obviously a wee bit of a gap on it. I plan on maybe putting a wee bit of 3mm or 2mm or some kind of ply over it, and maybe tiling it, or maybe just tiling straight over it with some flexible, just in them areas. Very dark, apologies again. So just in there. It's just a wee bit of space. Sort of wasted space if you just board over all blank, or at least this way it has a wee bit of something to it. So that's what I've done there. Now I'm jumping down. This is the last wee thing doing, a bit brighter down here and stuff. Less trip hazards. Just find the centres of the room. So find the centre of the room, pretty obvious. You have to measure from wall to wall, and then from that wall to that wall. Whereas I have a chimney breast in this room, so I've centred the chimney breast for this light. I already have this one marked and all. This is one I did earlier. As you can see, possibly. You probably can't see, but there is a wee, where that wee notch is actually the centre. I have wrote centre point on it. Now I need to put some grounds in, so I need to build. I'm actually going to build it way out, and that just means if I do put the likes of a ceiling rose on, that I can just screw anywhere and I know I'm catching timber. Again, I have to counter batten it so that the battens sit up, and then the bits of board I put up just go flush. I just need to go flush with the timbers, you see. I can't have it down, otherwise the plasterboard then gets fouled and I have humps and bumps. But yeah, there's a bit of a look at that. I was going to jump up and start putting wee buttons in to catch the plasterboard on the other side, but I decided I had enough of that, so just working out the centres of all the rooms, which, you know, it's not a big job, but at least if I have it worked out, it means next time I come out, it's just a matter of counter batting and cutting up some ply and screwing the ply up so it's nicely fixed. And then, like I said, a plaster ceiling rose, because all the centre ones will have plaster ceiling roses. Again, I haven't picked or choosed. Kind of wanted the wee ones to pick their own for their own rooms, and then we can pick for our room, and then obviously we'll pick for the rest of the house. But kind of want to give them some choice in how it's decorated. Obviously, it's their room, so just thought that'd be nice. And they like the flowery ones, of course. Of course, they're gonna like the flowery ones. But they actually like the bigger flowery one. I'll just show you quickly. Which I do like myself. And I thought it might have been too big. I think it's in here. Thought it might have been too big for in there, but here it is here. That one was the one originally picked. Again, that one's very nice in person. So's that one. I think that one's a bit grander than that one. But they're both pretty nice. I think they will suit the room. Again, obviously they'll suit the room. So yeah, that'll probably be the same scene rows in there, and then possibly in here. Oh no, definitely in here, and then possibly in the other room. Again, in the master bedroom, haven't decided yet. So yeah, here's a wee pickle for you guys as well. Any interior designers in the comments here. So I think I had this discussion on a previous video. So I've already worked out the middle. The middle is more or less the middle of this window, comes up the middle. Ignore the noggins because they're worked off something there. They're worked off something completely different. They're worked off that way, which you can see buttons. So ignore them, they're not centre. Don't be looking at them thinking I've lost the plot. Centre is just to the left of them, right? But it's how far up this way they'll come with the centre rows. Because to me, you take this room from that nib, right? But this is what I was thinking. It does extend in here a little bit. Now again, I don't know if the table will go right up here and there'll be a seat there. Not 100% sure, or we'll have a different chair there or feature there. And there's going to be a radiator under that window. So then you're starting to think, do you centre off this door, or do you then centre off this door? Which I think off this door will be nicer. Just work out the centre of that door and come out and easy peasy. And again in this room, it's going to be all something different. So don't need to worry. I think I need to worry too much about that as of yet. So I'll just go and work out the rest of these bedrooms and make a wee mark on the joist where the centre is. Hopefully it lands close enough to joists. Again, when I do the ply over the top, I'll drill a nice hole for the wire to just drop through and be nice and free. But yeah, anybody want to lend in their ideas of that? Because this room's similar. The doors are slightly offset on that side. So to me, it would be centering off this door and the chimney for the very middle centre in here. Again, you might actually ignore the chimney on that one, so you get, when you're looking in, it's dead bang in that way. But yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll make sure it makes sense and looks nice. Again, that room is going to be different. It's going to have what you would call it, sort of like 3 alcoves in the ceiling, somewhat. And then it's going to be a wee bit different. But yeah, maybe give myself punishment on that. But yeah, guys, gonna love yous and leave yous for now. Can't wait to hear what you have in mind in the comments, and I just can't wait to keep progressing in this house, although I have been very terrible.